warning. In less than an hour, aircraft from here will join others from around the world. You will once again be fighting for our freedom. Not from tyranny, oppression, or persecution, but from annihilation. We're fighting for our right to live, to exist. And should we win the day, we will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on. We're going to survive. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. We have some major Helldivers 2 news, and yes, we liberated the whole Helldivers 2 community. Essentially, Sony has backed out of the issues with the PSN linking process. Now essentially there's been a lot of problems going around when it comes to people, you know, pushing Arrowhead saying, why would you let this happen? Why would you sell the game to people in certain countries that just couldn't have a PSN account or it wasn't viable? Essentially I want to clear that up and say that they're not involved in that. That is Sony. They made a product, they give it to a publisher, they take it on board, they publish the game. So any of the sales or where that is launched is down to Sony. But we'll go through a little bit of it here. Helldivers fans, we've heard your feedback on the Helldivers 2 account linking update, the May the 6th update, which would have required Steam and PlayStation Network account linking for new players and current players beginning May 30th, will not be moving forward. We're still learning what is best for PC players, and your feedback has been invaluable. Thank you again for continued support on Helldivers 2, and we'll keep you up to date on future plans. So look, when it comes to this is a major win. This is a company that rivals Xbox to back down from this. Look, they obviously didn't know that this was going to be a major hit, but you know, you can see some of the information that came out that, you know, the Arrowhead CEO was only told 6 months prior to the game releasing, which isn't a lot of time. They had to remove that from the actual description or deactivate it, but it was in the description when launching. And because they have such a big player base, you know, and then they've published it across countries that they just don't have any viable laws within place to have a PSN network, it seems that like they had to do nothing but back out. But a lot of people have been blaming Arrowhead on why they were selling this product to people who couldn't have a PSN account linked to Steam. But look, it comes down to kind of business. You know, PlayStation just didn't want, or Sony just didn't want Steam to having all that information, and they wanted to have that information to kind of move on to their shareholders to basically say, look at all these players that we have, which is including PC players. So it seems that like we've all stood tall and we've all got what we wanted. Now this, obviously they didn't want this heat falling back. You can see the Tarkov information coming out, other companies getting massively shit on by their communities, and I think Sony just didn't want to like reword it or change it out or look for the solution. They just completely backed off because they just didn't want that heat, because there's so many things going on in the gaming industry right now that, you know, the player bases are valuable. And also Sony probably realizing that Arrowhead Studios have been so transparent with the Helldivers 2 community. Essentially they just wanted to fall in line with that, and they just thought, best back off here. We're not going to try a workaround. We're probably going to cause more problems. We want to keep a player base, and it's just, that's kind of where they at. Like, I think Arrowhead set a standard of communication and help towards the community and player feedback, and they've worked on that player feedback. So it shows that if a studio really works hand in hand with their player base, the publishers can't really do anything, because it gives the ammunition to Arrowhead Studios to go into those conversations. As much as they don't have the final say, which the CEO has said they didn't have the final say, it allows them to say, look, this is what we're getting from the community, we've built up this reputation, do we really want to tarnish it? So it just shows. So this comes from the CEO of Arrowhead. Firstly, I'm impressed with the willpower of the Helldivers 2 community and your ability to collaborate. Secondly, I want to thank our partners and our friends at PlayStation for quickly and effectively making the decision to leave the PSN linking optional. We together want to see a new standard for what live games are, and how developers and communities can support each other to create the best game experience. Now I've basically just covered that. I think when it comes to a gaming studio being transparent, being open, being understanding with their gaming community, and telling them, at one point we've had the CEO tell us, don't buy the game, there's no point in waiting around, we'd rather you wait till our servers are fully functional and you're able to play the game to its full capacity. Like, we've never heard that before. He has set standards for how things should operate on a live service game, continuously taking player feedback, continuously listening to us, maybe not getting everything when we want it, but getting it nonetheless. And I think that partnership with the gaming community and their fan base and their player base, combined with the ArrowHead Studios having to be in on that conversation, can say, as I just said already, look, this is what we've built. Do we really want to fuck this over and stop what we've built right now? Like, we're the #1 right now in live service games. We've set a new standard, a gold standard. And then obviously Sony being like, yeah, look, you're right, if we don't fall in line, we look like the bad guys, and we're the ones having a really terrible name going forward. And plus, Sony have a lot of live service games in development. I think they have 3 to come out. I'm not too sure what they are right now, so they probably want to set a standard, and they will learn from this mistake going forward, that look, we will need these accounts linked at some stage. So it seems like we won, and we will win going forward, but this is absolutely huge. It is history in the making. Like, democracy rules, and it happened to be at Helldivers 2, so setting another standard for the gaming industry as a whole, which is absolutely incredible. I love this game. I love the community built around it, and I'm so happy to see that everybody was able to get what they needed out of it, and everybody's going to continue to play this game. But look, guys, that is all for me. I didn't want to bring up all the crazy like sub conversations that we're having, but they are the 2 main points, and I'm extremely happy with this. If you want to stick around for some more Helldivers 2 news, don't forget to hit a like, hit a sub. It really would help the channel grow. And thank you so much in advance for taking the time to look at this video. Leave a comment down below on your thoughts on this situation. To the next one.